Hello students, welcome back. Today the topic is electrostatic force between two charges in terms of position vectors. Also it is Coulomb's law in terms of vector form. Consider a coordinate frame of reference OX, Y, Z. OX, Y, Z. Consider 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 having position vector R1 vector and R2 vector respectively. Respectively means Q1 चार्ज का पोजीशन वेक्टर R1 वेक्टर है, Q2 चार्ज का पोजीशन वेक्टर R2 वेक्टर है. Q1 Q2 R1 वेक्टर R2 vector. Let R be the distance between these two charges. Then force on charge Q1 due to charge Q2 is given by F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square R21 cap. R21 cap where R21 cap is the unit vector pointing from Q2 to Q1. यूनिट वेक्टर है R21 कैप क्या है? यूनिट वेक्टर है. कहां से कहां की तरफ? Q2 से Q1 की तरफ. Q2 से Q1 की तरफ क्यों है? Because this force is on charge Q1 due to charge Q2 and Q1 Q2 are like charges, so Q2 repel the charge Q1 with a force F12. Therefore this force is represented along this direction. Now F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square R21 कैप. क्या किया? न्यूमरेटर को भी और डिनोमिनेटर को भी R से मल्टीप्लाई किया. मल्टीप्लाई न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर बाय R implies F12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R cube R21 cap. This is equation number 1. R21 cap is the vector from Q2 to Q1. Now this becomes a triangle and here we apply triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition is if two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the two sides of the triangle taken in same order. तो सेम ऑर्डर में कौन सी है? R2 और R21 कैप. ये सेम ऑर्डर में है. Then their resultant is represented by the third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. So therefore from figure by triangle law of vector addition by triangle law of vector addition by triangle law of vector addition triangle law of vector addition R2 vector plus R21 cap equal to R1 vector implies R21 cap equal to R1 vector minus R2 vector. हमें यहाँ क्या चाहिए, r चाहिए, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ दिस वेक्टर. तो टेकिंग मैग्नीट्यूड, देन r mod of r21 cap equal to mod of r1 vector minus r2 vector, implies r equal to mod of r1 vector minus r2 vector. Using this equation in equation 1, therefore equation 1 becomes f12 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon mod of r1 vector minus r2 vector whole cube into r1 vector minus r2 vector. This is the force on charge q1 due to charge q2 in terms of position vectors. And similarly, we can find the force on charge q2 due to charge q1, and it is represented by f21 vector, and its unit vector is from r from q1 to q2, and is given written as r12 cap. And similarly, f21 vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon, यहाँ 1 2 है तो यहाँ क्या है आपके पास 1 और 2, 1 और 2. तो जब ये 2 1 होगा तो यहाँ क्या आ जाएगा r2 वेक्टर माइनस r1 वेक्टर होल क्यूब इंटू r1 r2 वेक्टर माइनस r1 वेक्टर. ऐसे ही आप जो है इसको बिल्कुल सेम ऐसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं जैसे आपने यहाँ किया फोर्स ऑन चार्ज q1 ड्यू टू चार्ज q2. यहाँ से आप फोर्स ऑन चार्ज 2 ड्यू टू चार्ज q1 ऐसे ही कैलकुलेट करके आप ये इक्वेशन जो है आ जाएगी. तभी यहाँ मैंने क्या लिखा, सिमिलरली. तो दीज इक्वेशंस, this and this are the electrostatic force between two charges in terms of position vectors, and also this is known as Coulomb's law in vector form. This is also Coulomb's law in vector form and Coulomb's law in vector form. Now importance or significance of Coulomb's law in vector form. Importance of Coulomb's law in vector form. Importance क्या है इसकी Coulomb's law की vector form में? It gives the magnitude as well as direction of Coulomb's electrostatic force. Number 2, the force of interaction between two charges. The force of interaction between two charges are equal and opposite. It means it obeys Newton's third law of motion. Number 3, the electrostatic force between the two charges is a central force. That is, it acts along the line joining the two charges. ये force जो है F12 acts along the line joining the two charges. इसी line के along जो है ये act करेगी. So this is the significance or importance of Coulomb's law in vector form. Next article is principle of superposition for electrostatic force. Principle of superposition of electrostatic force. Of electrostatic force. आपने पढ़ा वो आपने इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स फाइंड आउट की सिर्फ 2 चार्जेस के बीच में। अगर मान लो बहुत सारे चार्जेस हैं, उनकी वजह से आपने इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स फाइंड आउट करनी है किसी गिवन चार्ज के ऊपर, तो क्या करेंगे, सभी चार्जेस की फोर्स फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे उस गिवन चार्ज के ऊपर, और उनका क्या कर लेंगे फिर आप वेक्टर सम। तो प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन क्या है कि इट स्टेट्स दैट force on any charge due to a number of other charges at rest is the vector sum of all the forces on that charge due to other charges taken one at a time। तो आपने इंडिविजुअल चार्ज की जो है फोर्स फाइंड आउट करके जो है उस गिवन चार्ज के ऊपर उन सब का क्या करेंगे, आप एडिशन करेंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि कूलम्स फोर्स क्या है, कूलम्स फोर्स इज two charged particle interaction. This force between them is independent of the presence of other charges। जैसे आप क्या कर रहे हैं कि कंसीडर n चार्जेस Q1, Q2, Q3 so on continuous Q4, Qn, not 4 but Qn। Let the test charge is Q0। आपने इस Q0 के ऊपर फोर्स फाइंड आउट करनी है, किसकी वजह से, Q1, Q2 सो ऑन कंटिन्यूअस Qn। तो आप क्या करेंगे, Q1 की वजह से फोर्स फाइंड आउट कर देंगे, फोर्स ऑन चार्ज Q0 ड्यू टू चार्ज Q1, द फोर्स ऑन चार्ज Q0 ड्यू टू the force on charge Q0 due to charge Q2, the force on charge Q0 due to charge Q3, the force on charge Q0 ड्यू टू Q1। और इन्हीं सब जितने जो भी फोर्सेज है इन सब का क्या कर लेंगे आप, वेक्टर सम। तो दैट इज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन। तो टोटल फोर्स ऑन चार्ज Q0 इज F vector equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector plus so on continuous plus Fn vector। This is by principle of superposition। Here F1 vector is the force on charge Q0 due to charge Q1, F2 vector is the force on charge Q0 due to charge Q2 and so on। Now F1, we know that F1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 Q1 upon distance square। Suppose distance is R1, then R1 square into R1 cap। इस तरीके से आप सभी फोर्सेस फाइंड आउट करके उन सब का सम कर लेंगे। तो दिस इज प्रिंसिपल ऑफ सुपरपोजिशन। नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल इज लीनियर चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। Linear charge distribution. Linear charge distribution, when the charge is distributed along a line, may be curved, straight, then this distribution is known as linear charge distribution। For example, the charge Q is uniformly distributed along this line having length L। Here linear charge density, linear charge density। Linear charge density means the charge per unit length is known as linear charge density and it is denoted by lambda। Lambda is the charge per unit length, means charge upon length, implies lambda is equal to, if the charge Q is distributed uniformly over a line, along a line having length L, then lambda is equal to Q upon L। Its SI unit is coulomb meter inverse। Its dimensional formula is is Q. Q is TA upon L, which is equal to L T L minus 1 T A. This is the dimensional formula of linear charge density. If the charge Q is distributed over a ring, over the circumference of a ring, then linear charge density is lambda equal to charge. Charge is Q upon length. Length is here circumference of the, because this is the ring, ये circumference है, और अगर मैं इसको क्या कर देती हूँ, यहाँ से तोड़ देती हूँ या ओपन कर देती हूँ, तो this becomes the length. Otherwise this is the circumference of the ring. So therefore linear charge density is Q upon circumference of the ring having radius r is 2 pi r. Now next is surface charge density. If the charge is distributed over the surface of a plane, then this is known as surface charge distribution. If charge Q is distributed over the area A, then surface charge density is given by charge upon area, and it is denoted by sigma. Therefore sigma is equal to charge is Q, area is A, Q upon A. Its SI unit is coulomb meter inverse 2. Or dimensional formula, charge is TA upon L square, that is L minus 2 TA. If the charge is distributed over a spherical कंडक्टर, कोई स्फेरिकल कंडक्टर है, उसके ऊपर आपने चार्ज जो है Q चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड कर दिया, इस स्फेरिकल कंडक्टर का रेडियस r है, देन हियर surface charge density, and surface charge density is equal to charge upon surface area of the spherical conductor, and surface area of the spherical conductor is 4 pi r square. Next is volume charge density. Charge density, it is denoted by rho. If the charge is distributed over the entire volume of the object, then this is known as volume charge distribution. Let charge Q is distributed over this volume V, then volume charge density is charge per unit volume, rho equal to charge upon volume, implies rho equal to charge is Q, volume is V. Its unit is coulomb meter inverse 3, और डायमेंशनल फार्मूला इज, वॉल्यूम है L क्यूब आएगा तो L माइनस 3 टी ए. डायमेंशनल फार्मूला ऑफ वॉल्यूम चार्ज डेंसिटी इज L raised to power minus 3 टी ए. Suppose the charge Q is distributed over the spherical conductor having radius r, then volume charge density is equal to Q upon volume of the spherical conductor, and volume of the spherical conductor is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay.